it's getting ready. Let's see. Okay, and we are live.
Thanks, Molly. Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining this special meeting of the CTE Committee to review and adopt the Perkins MOU. I just want to briefly welcome Dr. Wright, Interim State Superintendent. We're so happy to have you this morning, Dr. Wright. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
Before we start, Molly, could you take roll call and ensure that we have a quorum?
Absolutely. So the members we have present in the order that I see them on the screen are Matt Holloway, Brian Cavey, Dr. Wright, Michael Thomas, Dr. Rye, Myra Norton, and Sharnetta Young. So we do have a quorum. Thank you all.
Great. Thanks so much, Molly. Molly, I believe you're going to open the draft MOU and share on the screen for anyone who wants to follow along. I know all of you have received this draft last week and hopefully have had a chance to review. Just as an overview to remind us all, the blueprint and the AIB plan requires that MSDE and the CTE committee enter into an agreement to administer Perkins collaboratively. And the intent of this is really to establish a true collaboration to make sure that the Perkins money is leveraged in a way that supports the state blueprint goals where appropriate. So I just want to thank everyone who worked really hard to prepare this and get this MOU to a really good place where it reflects our desire to have a really strong collaborative relationship and to work towards consensus on the best ways to implement the Perkins plan. Just so everyone knows, the folks that have been involved in this process, CTE committee staff, MSDE staff, legal counsel, and myself, we've been working in close collaboration to develop and iterate this MOU. And just at a high level, what we wanted to really communicate here is that, as a state, our kind of state strategy here is the work we are doing towards the blueprint goals. That is what we're all working towards here. And Perkins is one of the tools that we have in our toolkit to help us achieve those goals. And so the MOU is drafted here to outline that purpose and to develop the guidelines in terms of how we'll collaborate together, because not everything in Perkins is pertinent to the CTE committee and vice versa, right? So we wanted to be really clear about this. So we'll be working really closely together to develop the Perkins State Plan that's due in May of 2024. That's kind of a high-level overview. I'm really happy that Richard is here, the Senior Executive Director of the Office of College and Career Pathways at MSCE. He's been an incredible partner and helped us get this to this sort of final state that we're presenting here today. So I just want to open this up if there are any questions from committee members on the draft. Anyone have any questions, concerns? Okay, great. Then I actually just have one question, Richard, if you don't mind speaking to this. Can you just give kind of a high level overview for the committee in terms of what the state plan process will entail and how we as members of the committee can be engaged in this process?
Sure. Thank you, Maya and Myra, and good morning, everyone. It's so early today, so thanks for hopping on the call. As we talked about in this MOU, there are a couple of areas in the state plan where we have broad stakeholder engagement requirements. And so these are areas that really support the entire CTE system. Things like how we're working with special education students, how we're making sure that all of our students are guided into CTE pathways of their choosing, and have the tools and the wraparound services that they need to persist through those programs, to and through graduation. And so there's a lot of conversations that have to take place to make sure that this state plan, which really is our roadmap for the next 4 years for the state of Maryland, is able to really address student needs, employer needs, is well connected to the blueprint and the goals articulated within the state of Maryland, so that we're able to provide a robust, comprehensive, fully accessible system at every LEA and community college that partners with us. Typically, the state plans, the development you see happen, rapidly at the end of the winter into the spring. We do have a draft timeline that certainly would love to share with everybody, but seeing as how it's Dr. Wright's 10th day, we do want to give some opportunity internally just to make sure that our plans are well aligned with leadership's vision moving forward. And so no doubt we'll have a lot more detail and a number of opportunities for everybody here and folks around the state to provide feedback so that we make sure this is reflective of our needs as a state.
Wonderful. Thank you, Richard. Appreciate that. Okay, if there are no other questions, can I have a motion to approve the MOU?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Can I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any concerns or discussion? Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Wonderful. Thank you so much. The MOU will be signed and submitted to the AIB following this meeting. Thanks to everyone again who worked so hard on getting this done. And thank you, committee members, for making time for this special meeting. We know how busy your schedules are and really appreciate your being here this morning. We'll let you get on with your day now. Everyone have a great day.
Indeed.
All
You
right,
as
thank
well.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
all. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.